Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan, and I decided to do a video introducing my theorist because I think it's great to, this is my face, this is my voice. Sometimes it's hard to just see a name and think of a person when we live in such a online Zoom world. So I thought this would be a fun medium to do my presentation. My theorist is Gloria Anzaldúa. I'm going to do my best to pronounce throughout this piece, but obviously it's a very, English pronunciation. So, Gloria Anzaldúa was born on September 26, 1942, in South Texas on a ranch settlement. She was an avid reader from an early age. She graduated from the University of Texas Pan American, formerly Pan American University, in 1969 with a BA in English, Art, and Secondary Education. She then went on to earn her MA from the University of Texas at Austin. Anzaldúa moved to California in 1977. She supported herself through her writing, giving lectures, and teaching at universities. During this time, she also became involved in the Feminist Writers Guild. She published an essay titled Speaking in Tongues, a letter to third world women writers, and she included this essay in an anthology she co-edited titled This Bridge Called My Back, Writings by Radical Women of Color, and this was published in 1981. This work was groundbreaking as it helped influence the direction of the women's movement and expand on feminist theory. The collection is also known for boosting lesbian voices and combining the areas of feminism, queer theory, and racial theory. In 1987, Anzaldúa published arguably her most famous work, Borderlands La Frontera, The New Mestiza. This autobiographical work is a collection of poetry and prose in which Anzaldúa examines history of the border between Mexico and the United States, as well as the binary in terms of race, culture, and sexual identity. Notably, the work is in English and Spanish, sort of combining the two cultures and reflecting major themes in her work. Many of the sources that I chose to examine spoke about how Anzaldúa sort of struggled with, the juxtaposition of the two languages her entire life. So it was a very deliberate point to include Spanish in this work because it forces readers who may not be bilingual to translate and really pay attention to the words, to understand the words and understand the concept that she's trying to make. Anzaldúa did pass away from complications with diabetes on May 15th, 2004. However, she's still very widely acclaimed and she's known for her contributions to the Chicana movement, the feminist movement, and queer and lesbian theory. One excerpt that I will be sharing in like a comment or down below the video is an excerpt from Borderlands La Frontera titled How to Tame a Wild Tongue. And I just wanted to read a quick passage from that I think sort of reflects Anzaldúa and, the theory she was kind of driving. Quote, "The first time I heard two women, a Puerto Rican and a Cuban, say the word nosotras, I was shocked. I had not known the word existed. Chicanas use nosotros, whether we're male or female. We are robbed of our female being by the masculine plural. Language is a male discourse." End quote. I find that passage incredibly powerful. Not only is it showing that just in her language that she's growing up with, that it's placing women as secondary citizens to men, through using the masculine plural to refer to themselves. But it's also, it's talking about the sort of Chicana movement, and just, gender identity, gender relations. And that's such a driving theme in her overall work that I think that passage is powerful. Here she is using language to comment on it, fight against it. And the language that she grew up with was kind of telling her, you're second. So it's a very interesting sort of play there. And I've read the How to Tame a Wild Tongue before. I read it in a theory class last year, and there's a lot of really important themes in there. And, reading through it again, I'm able to understand it more as I've gone through my studies. But I hope you all enjoy it. And I will even link a link to Borderlands La Frontiere if you'd like to purchase it and read it for yourselves. So that is my presentation on Gloria Anzaldúa, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a wonderful weekend.